Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. And just a quick little update. The gun fund is coming along nicely. I've already been able to throw some cash in there. So thank you to everyone who is purchasing some green gear, and you can still get it 25% off. Promo code Jericho1, all caps, the number 1. Thank you to everyone who also sent some donations via PayPal. Really appreciate that. So some great news. But before I get to the great news, something I noticed real quick, totally off topic. But so the other day, you hear how they're starting to say that maybe wearing 2 masks. 2 masks is the way to go. If you double the masks, and you're able to slow the spread of COVID and stop the curve and all that stupid shit. So being that I'm in retail, I'm out with seeing the people. It's amazing how quickly I've been noticing a lot of people wearing double masks. Like that quick. All they had to do was mention it, even though the number one question should be, well, why now? You motherfuckers didn't have this bright idea a year ago. Why now? Now we double mask? Like, stop that shit. And another thing, the other day I'm driving home and there's, gotta be 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 6 or 7 high schools in the city I live in, and students from at least 2 of them with some of their parents were on the corner. It's kind of like the spot where people protest. It's like the unofficial protest and or next to traffic spot. It's in a little strip mall. Had to be 100 kids out there protesting. They weren't chanting shit, but they're holding up signs. People were honking when they, I guess you call it demonstrating. But they were out there holding up signs basically saying, let us go back to sports. Kids are out there in their Letterman jackets and shit. And how shitty is it for high school seniors? Last year, too. Prom, graduation, winter ball. Come on. Those are little milestones in your life. Those are things that you've been looking forward to for at least 3 years. How shitty is it for them? Oh, let's graduate on Zoom. What the fuck is that? Anyway, but it was nice to see those kids out there starting to voice their opinions on everything. Because let me tell you, as the parent of a child who's doing online schooling, that shine wore off a long time ago. The honeymoon period is over. Online schooling is a waste of time. It's bullshit, and it sucks. We need to get these damn kids back into school, period. There's no scientific evidence saying that they should not be in school. There's also no scientific evidence saying that it's a danger for them to be in school. So why the fuck are they not in school? If it's not dangerous, why are they not doing it? That's another video. Let's get to the good news, shall we? So I, like you, have heard about this whole GameStop stock fiasco for Wall Street. It's a fiasco for them. It's a win for the little man, for the small guy, for the little guy, for the stupid little taxpayer. So what happened was, and I heard about it days ago, but I wanted to understand it a little more because there is a lot of investment jargon in this whole situation, and it's a foreign language to me. The S&P 500 and the way stocks and shorting stocks and shit like that. A lot of these terms is the first time I ever heard of them. Not the S&P 500. But a lot of that shit, I have no idea what it means. So I wanted to read some stuff. I wanted to talk to some people who know more about it than me so I can form an opinion. So basically what happened was, on that website Reddit, it's like I guess you could call it a social media platform. They have topics they discuss and videos are on there and all this different stuff. So these people are on Reddit, and there's what is it called? Wall Street Bets or something. There's some subreddit account. And anyway, these guys deal with stocks. So they saw that hedge fund companies and stuff were shorting the GameStop stock. And when you short stocks, what that means is you take a company, and I guess GameStop's stock had been on the decline for a few years. So if you're a hedge fund manager, you come in and see GameStop is failing. So I'm going to buy X amount. I'm going to get X amount of stocks from a lender. And I'm betting and hoping that they continue to fail, so then I can buy them back cheaper, pocket the money, and then give the lender back their stock. So it's all good. So let's say GameStop stock was at $1, right, when you bought it. And then you're betting and hoping that, let's say you get 20 shares or whatever, just for the sake of math, 20 shares at $1 a pop. So you're hoping that they keep declining. Next thing you know, they're 50 cents a share. So now you can buy them back at 50 cents instead of $1, give the lender back their money or their stocks, because the lenders don't want the money, they want their stocks. Give the lenders the stocks, and then pocket the difference. That's where hedge fund managers and hedge fund companies make their money, but they're doing it on a much larger scale. So we're talking millions and sometimes billions of dollars. So the guys on Reddit, on the subreddit account, see this, and they say, why don't we, and this is called the squeeze, why don't we start buying a bunch of those stocks, so then the price of the stocks will go up, and the hedge fund companies holding the stocks will be left with their dicks in the air, because now they can't afford to buy those stocks back at a profit, because the popularity of the stock has caused, supply and demand. So now that the demand is there, the supply is shrinking, so it's worth more. So those hedge fund managers going back into it saying, we were going to sell GameStop stocks at this much, and what was it? I think it was at $2.80. So let's say $3 a share for the GameStop stocks. Right now, I checked a minute ago, it's at $325. So if you're a hedge fund company and you bought them at $3 a share, well, now they're $325. There goes all your profit. Now you're eating into the value of your company, because the lenders, the ones you got the stocks from in the first place, are saying, hey, where the fuck are our stocks? So they're getting their stocks back no matter what. But now you can't afford to buy them back to give it to them. So now you have to do what's called liquidate your assets. You got to start selling off your company so you can buy those stocks back and give them back to the lender. But you weren't planning on this. You don't have the money for this. You had no fucking idea that GameStop was going to go from $3 a share to $325. And I think at its highest, it was like 400 and something. So they turned around and stuck it to the hedge fund companies. Now, here's the problem. Nobody involved has a problem with the rules, because now the little guy, the Reddit guys, were the ones who profited. So they don't have a problem with the rules. All these big stock exchange, all these companies on the New York Stock Exchange, they didn't have a problem with the rules until Reddit got involved, because now they're getting fucked. They didn't have a problem with all these smaller companies getting crushed and going away and not being able to survive in their deep waters. They don't give a shit about that. But now they're getting a taste of their own medicine. They don't like it. Well, the problem is their reaction to the rules. Now you have people in the White House involved. I've heard people talking about Biden and here's another player in this, the Robinhood app. Robinhood is this app where the regular everyday Joe can go buy and sell stocks and trade stocks, right? There's no commission fees. Come on in. You can stomp with the big dogs too. But once the big dogs start getting fucked over, then they're putting pressure on Robinhood to stop trading. So now you can't go and buy GameStop stocks if you want to, because now members of the government are putting the squeeze on Robinhood and stopping their services. Like I said, I've heard people saying that Biden made a call to Robinhood telling them to not let people buy the stocks. Now they're talking about, well, we need regulations. What hedge fund company wants regulations? Who wants regulations on the business that is bringing them money hand over fucking fist? Nobody. But now that that fist is raining down on you, now you want there to be regulations so you can squeeze out the little guy. So you can basically, it'll get too expensive for the smaller investors to be able to fuck with it, so they'll have to go away. And then you can turn the rules back to the way they were so you can go back to making your fucking money. It happens all the time. You'll have somebody come out and say, yeah, this shit's tanking. They'll go buy it because people are going to listen to what they say. Oh shit, it's tanking. Let's get rid of it. So they'll go out and buy a bunch of it, hella cheap. And it's fine when they do it. And who cares? That's how business is done. But the problem is, now that we're benefiting from those rules, you have a problem. Now you're going to change the rules to the game. That's not okay. What else is not okay? Here's a good question, I think. Why in the fuck is the federal government getting involved in this? This is between the people who are buying and trading and selling stocks. This is up to the market, not up to you. The list of things that the federal government should be doing for us is short. It should fit on a post-it. And fucking with the stocks is not one of them. Putting pressure on companies so your puppet masters, so those companies that have their hands firmly up your ass to the wrist, can continue to make money hand over fist. That's not okay. Remember, we're in a pandemic. We're in the pandemic. That's supposed to be at the forefront. That is shaping our society as we know it. Yet you have time to fuck with the little guy when it comes to stocks. Why? Because the people that pull their strings are being affected. They have no business in this situation. And the best thing about this, the absolute best thing about this, is see what happens when we get organized. You see what happens? We damn near brought the financial institution to its fucking knees with just a little bit of organization. That's why they want to keep us at home. That's why they want to keep us apart. They don't want us sharing ideas and coming together and defeating them. We are a much bigger force than them, but for some reason, we are scared of all their prestige, their suits, their offices, their podiums, their titles, their threats, their money. But we are stronger than them. Look at that. That happened just last week. What, Friday or something? Thursday or Friday? Just wait till tomorrow on Monday. You can see the shit now talking about, Wall Street braces for Monday, more choppy waters for investors. All because this small group of Americans got together and showed them that we can. So imagine if millions of us get together, what we can do. That's what they are afraid of. They don't want us to be as powerful as them, or at least have the same power or the same ability to achieve their power. They don't want that. That's a threat. Look at what they did to Trump. He was a threat. They couldn't have that. He was a threat to their damn power. Like I said on another video, Dianne Feinstein is 87. She already filed her paperwork to run again in 2024. She will be 90. Why the fuck you want to work at 90? Not unless you're wiping tables at McDonald's or some shit, or making stuff. That is a high pressure, high stress job. Why would you want it in the twilight of your life? Because you have to. Because it's like the movies where somebody picks up a phone and it's some powerful old white guy in a three-piece suit with a fat pinky ring, and they just show his mouth. This is it. This is all you see on the scene in some dark room. Make it happen. And then hang up the phone. Make it happen. Click. Those are the kind of people that they're dealing with. That's Pelosi's disgusting liver-spotted ass picking up the phone. That's Feinstein. That's Schumer. Those fucking rhinos having their strings pulled by these corporations and these hedge fund companies. Elizabeth Warren, we're going to look into this. Why? You need to look into your fucking DNA first. Why are they worried about this? This is the private sector. Because some shit's going on. They don't want us getting that power. Look at how devastating that was. These companies were talking about needing bailouts from a little Reddit sub thread or some shit from that. And that's another thing. What do you mean bailout? How many former small business owners watching this video and your business failed? Where was your bailout? Where was the federal government falling over itself, breaking its own fucking neck to save your business? Huh? Crickets. Nothing. But let one of their cronies, let one of their fucking buddies, let some hedge fund company CEO that has selfies of them on fucking Epstein's Island, and all of a sudden you need a bailout. All of a sudden we need regulations. All of a sudden we need to look into this. What's wrong with us getting a slice of the pie too? It's a big fucking pie. Why can't we get a slice? Because they're greedy. This is a beautiful thing. I hope it's the dawn of a new age. I hope that we start to remember who the fuck we are. We are a hot girl with low self-esteem. Look at you. Look how fine you are and you don't even know it. You don't even believe it. Fuck them. They fucked us for long enough and they don't like it. It's not fun when someone bends you over the barrel and gives it to you dry to the bristle. Ouch. We need to start handing them one of them donuts you sit on. Because your ass is sore. Good for them. Good for those guys in Reddit. Like I said, I hope this is the beginning of something new. I hope this happens often. Because we do have the power. There is strength in numbers. We are still in charge. They still work for us. Never forget that. They are our employees. And it's so weird because this has got to be the only situation where the employees live nicer than the employers. Let that sink in. So I'm about to go get my exercise on with my beautiful wife and kids. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Get your Jericho Green notification tone link in the description box. Utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.